Oh, hey, here's what I think. Not all of us are born with the luxury of a fancy degree, diplomas, or specialized skills. Also, not all of us have access to big bank loans that can jumpstart a business. But every single one of us has faced a difficult time. Every one of us has overcome something challenging. Maybe you experienced a personal setback, a financial hardship, or maybe it was relationship issues, but you pushed through. And not only that, you discovered a way forward. You found a solution that works. Well, that experience, my friend, is not just another story to tell. That's your secret weapon to start a value based business. The solution you discovered by overcoming that past problem is the same solution someone else who is going through what you went through and feels stuck desperately needs right now. And that person is waiting for your help. So, step number one, think about the challenge you had to overcome. Really take a moment and reflect. What was the one big struggle that changed everything for you? Maybe it was that overwhelming self-doubt that kept you playing small. Maybe you second-guessed every decision. Maybe it was the career setback that knocked the wind out of you, leaving you wondering if you'd ever bounce back. Or maybe it was a health crisis that forced you to rethink everything about the way you lived. I don't know your exact story, but you do. You know what it felt like to be stuck, frustrated, or even hopeless. You remember the nights you lay awake overthinking the moments you wanted to give up, and the turning point when you finally decided enough is enough. I have to make a change. You remember that? Well, that struggle wasn't just an obstacle. It was the very thing that pushed you to grow. It forced you to find a way forward. And that's why this step is so important, because the problem you overcame is the key to the solution you now have to offer. So take a second and get really clear on what the challenge was. Write it down. Sit with it, because this is the foundation of everything you're about to build. You see, when you share that honest part of your story, you're not just talking about a change. You're showing others that it's possible to break through the obstacles they are facing. And I think it's that raw, real struggle that will connect you with people and will give them hope for their own journey. So you need to be very clear on that. I put together a free ebook that breaks this down even further and will help you get crystal clear on your challenge and how to turn it into something valuable. If you want it, just give me the guide in the comments and I'll send it your way. Then the next step you need to take is to think about who might be in the exact same spot you once were. Who do you know could really use the benefit of your journey? It might be young professionals who are burned out by too much work. It could be people who are still healing from a deep loss, or maybe it's entrepreneurs who are facing tough setbacks. You need to pinpoint that group who's looking for the kind of guidance you now have. When you really understand their struggles and speak directly to what they're going through, you bridging your past with their present. Meaning that your story is no longer just something inspiring to hear. Your story becomes something they can see themselves in. It shows them that change is possible because you've been exactly where they are. And you know something? When people feel understood, they are way more likely to trust you and be open to the solutions you have to offer. Then, once you've nailed down the problem you solved and figured out who needs your help, meaning that you know exactly what you went through and who's still struggling with it, now it's time to create a solution. But here's what the solution cannot be. The solution cannot be about you telling your story over and over. The solution has to be about you taking what you've learned and turning it into something people can actually use. So think about what that could look like for you. Maybe it's a one-on-one coaching where you guide people step by step through the same process that worked for you. Or maybe digital products make more sense for you. Things like ebooks, courses or even webinars where you break everything down in a way that's easy to follow. Or it could be a hybrid program where they have a self-paced course to go through on their own while also getting ongoing support from you. The point is, you want to give people more than just motivation. You want to give them a real framework to follow, something that helps them move forward with clear steps, practical advice, and the kind of support that actually makes a difference. And if you're feeling stuck trying to figure out what makes you unique or how to turn your struggles into something valuable, I've got you. I can help you uncover what sets you apart and show you how to turn that into something real and sustainable. And no, you don't need a degree, fancy credentials, or years of experience. You just need the right strategy. If you're interested, drop "I need help" in the comments and I'll send you the link for a free call. Alright, so here's something I want you to always keep in mind. People don't just want inspiration. Yes, inspiration is nice, but at the end of the day, what they really need is something they can actually use, a real solution. Your transformation is proof that change is possible, and that's powerful. But what makes it even more valuable is when you take what you've learned and turn it into something that helps others move forward. When you give people real, actionable steps and meet them with understanding, you're not just inspiring them, you're giving them the tools to create their own breakthrough. And one thing that's really important in all of this is authenticity. People are drawn to real stories, not just polished success highlights. So don't be afraid to talk about the messy parts, the doubts, the setbacks, the moments where you didn't have it all figured out. That's what makes your story relatable. The more real you are, the more people trust you. And that trust is what's going to build a loyal audience who actually listens to what you have to say. So as you start putting yourself out there, remember that it's all about providing value. Talk to your audience, ask questions, see what they need, and adjust along the way. You don't have to have everything figured out from day one. The more you engage, the better you'll get at understanding what works and how to truly help the people who need you. At the end of the day, always know that your journey is an asset. You've been through something tough. You've come out on the other side, and now you have a roadmap that others are desperately searching for. And by defining the problem you solved, figuring out who needs your help, and turning your experience into a solution, you can take what you've been through and create something real, impactful, and yes, something profitable. So my friend, own your story, share what you've learned, and watch how your transformation becomes the thing that changes not just your life, but the life of others too. Thank you so much for watching. My name is Darlene. If you enjoyed this video, please don't forget to subscribe for more content like this one.